It's probably the worst news you could possibly get in life, that your child has a terminal illness, is diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumour, and that they can't do an awful lot for her. But it's absolutely the worst news, and it's awful to have to go through it. Having said that, once we were over the initial shock, when the chemotherapy was finished, we had 7-8 beautiful years with Cliona after that, and for that we're very grateful. With Cliona, you know, her attitude, the way she handled her illness made it so much easier for us.
It was set up as a result of the passing of our daughter Cliona, who died late 2006. She obviously passed away from an inoperable brain tumour, and as a result of that we just felt that we needed to help other kids who found themselves in similar situations. We feel that our foundation is unique in the sense that we provide financial assistance for non-medical expenses for the families who face situations where they have kids who are very sick.
In the school especially, I mean, all the community, people were totally devastated when Cliona passed away. We knew she was very ill, and we knew she wasn't so well those few days before, and when we heard the news that morning, it was very, very upsetting.
Hi, this is Richard Lynch. You're watching ilovelimerick.com, and today we're in Bulgadin Castle, County Limerick, to talk to the Cliona Foundation. So we're here tonight at your annual fundraiser at Bulgadin. How important is a fundraiser of this kind to the success of your foundation?
Well, Bulgadin is initially it's a community affair to acknowledge and recognise the support and help we've received from the local community, our family and our friends, but also it is a fundraiser. It's a family gathering. Parents come with their children, grandparents are here, and it's really a get-together just in recognition of all the support we've got locally.
Sammy, a number of years back for I Love Limerick, you introduced us to Brendan and Terry, and we did a piece for I Love Limerick on the Cliona Foundation. You're a volunteer with the foundation since then. What type of work have you been involved in? What have you seen over the years? What have they done?
Well, this is actually my third year here at the annual event. I was lucky enough to meet Brendan and Terry for the first time at the 4th annual commemorative night, and Brendan was good enough to come and meet me that day, despite having to organise everything and organise such a big event, because he wanted me to really get a feeling for the effect that Cliona had on people. And he described her as a very special girl, and it wasn't until you and I came out to Brough to film the documentary for I Love Limerick that I really got an idea of that. I think tonight is a perfect example of the effect Cliona had on her community, and it definitely shows how Brendan and Terry continue to have an effect on their community. Since then, in the last 2 years, I've attended numerous events with them, but I think it's knowing Brendan and Terry that I find most valuable, because they really are two of the most amazing people I've ever known. And I'm just so happy to be able to say I'm an ambassador for Cliona's Foundation.
Your aim, Richard, is to make the Cliona Foundation a national charity.
If the organisation is going to survive, it has to be national. And they've helped people. Of the 100 people they've helped, there's virtually a family in every county in the country. Wow. So, it should be a national. I mean, obviously they're from here, from Limerick, but there are so many people suffering all over Ireland, that they should make it national, and that's what they're going to do. So what I would hope is that people who are in a position of being able to help people, empower people who've got money, that they can open doors for us to make the organisation a long-term viable organisation. So what we did was we put together a 5-year business plan. We have Miriam O'Callaghan has agreed to be patron.
Were you instrumental in bringing Miriam O'Callaghan into the fold? Because she's quite a high-profile name to have attached to the charity.
Yes, I mean, it's fantastic news that Miriam has agreed to become the charity's patron. She's much loved and hugely respected journalist and broadcaster. So, you know, that alone will, I think, help enormously in terms of raising the charity's profile.
The Secret Millionaire actually helped 4 charities, and you invited the other 3 of them back here tonight. What was the purpose of bringing all the charities together again tonight for you?
Well, really, I suppose it was to show Limerick in a positive light, because there's a lot of good in Limerick, both in the city and county, and I think that's important. And having looked at the programme and spoken to people that have watched it, it's put a new emphasis on Limerick to say, look, we're pulling together both city and county, and you know, there's a lot of good work being done, not just by Cleona's Foundation, but all the other charities involved in Limerick, and there's an awful lot of good people out there, and it's very important that we are part of that promotion. So we're delighted that they've come along to Bulgan tonight.
You are a very unique charity, because not many charities actually evolve from such an emotional, personal experience, because you know how every one of these families you help actually feels.
Yes, we understand what other families have gone through, and that has led us to Cleona's Foundation. But we have a lot of support. Our committee are wonderful, and they are, you know, they're great to come to us with ideas. But now you had an awful lot, you had a huge input into that as well, which led on to the Secret Millionaire picking up on that. So we'd like to thank you as well.
Well, I tell you, your dignity is making the rest of us look good, trust me. Because you've basically helped a family in every county in Ireland. Can we give that a round of applause, please? And raised over €300,000. It's mind-boggling. What do you need out of everyone in this room to take this to a national level and take it where it needs to go?
These guys have helped us all over the year by even turning up tonight. And if there's anybody out there that has an idea or wants to do something for the charity, and it's not for us, it's for those children, and it's a children's charity, so we'd ask them to maybe consider doing something for us. But there are people in this room, individuals and groups, that have done that, and I want to say huge thanks to them. So basically, is to continue to roll that out. And from Richard's point of view, which he'll explain later, and from Rachel's input, they have focuses on the things we need to do to bring Cleona's Foundation to a national awareness level. And it's about the foundation, it's about children, and that's what I want to make very clear.
Okay, I think it's time. You're going to stay where you are, can you, for a minute? Because we're going to invite Richard Mulcahy up here. Why was it important to you to get involved with this organisation? What was the deciding factor that made up your mind that you wanted to get personally involved and give them not your money but your time, which is far more valuable? Why did you want to do it?
First of all, meeting both Brendan and Terry and hearing about what they went through with Cliona and what a wonderful girl she was. It's a wonderful organisation to see the things that all of you guys have been doing by being here and supporting them. It's just such a wonderful thing to do, and I felt that I could open some doors, and I'm going to continue to do that.
Can we give them all a huge round of applause, please?
The thing about it is, it's amazing the way things happen in life, because things happen in life and they all come back together. And, you know, disconnected things can happen over time, and amazingly they all come back together. And this to me is a bookend occasion, as I would call it, because this guy started something. This guy picked up on it, and the rest of us are going to make it happen. I think that's fantastic. So I'd like another round of applause, please. But I'd like to invite Mark Power here to the stage.
On behalf of the McManus Foundation, I'd like to say that we're delighted to be able to make this donation to Cleona's Foundation, knowing that it will make a real difference to a significant amount of families around the country. The Foundation would like to acknowledge the hard work and the achievements of Cleona's Foundation since its establishment in 2007. And we'd like to encourage Brendan, Terry, all the other members of the board and the volunteers that make nights such as this night possible to continue their good work, as they're really making a difference.